Hello, this is Larry Chapman, and I want to welcome you to the online presentation, Why Take Level 3 Certified Wellness Program Director. Our agenda for this particular session includes the following. First of all, we're going to look at an overview of the WellCert program by each of the 4 major levels. Secondly, we're going to look at the 3 areas of emphasis that we provide in Level 3 to meet unique challenges of wellness program managers and directors. The third thing we're going to look at is some specific examples of slides from the Level 3 course. The next area we'll look at is the characteristics of the case organization that's used in 4 small group exercises to apply all of the skills, the 12 skills that we focus on in Level 3. And then we're going to look at the listing of tools that are available in Level 3 and what you basically can do with each. And then we'll cover the possible venues for you to be able to access the certification and the cost of that process. And finally, how to get your further questions solved or resolved through the resources that we have at the Chapman Institute. Let's begin with an overview of the WellCert program. In our Level 1 course, the Certified Wellness Program Coordinator course emphasizes design skills and also sets the playing field for what we think about when we think about worksite wellness. So it provides that foundation, but it also emphasizes a 6-step process for the actual design of sustainable, effective worksite wellness programs. The next area of Level 2 emphasizes the operational skills. So there we look at 12 different skills that are really oriented toward helping someone function effectively at the level of a certified worksite wellness or certified wellness program manager. That's the Level 2 of this WellCert program. Level 3, which is what we're focused on in this presentation, emphasizes large organizational context, long-term behavior change, and also maximizing the health and productivity management effects of wellness programs. And Level 4 emphasizes both some of the technical areas that are needed when you're doing any kind of population or group health management activities, and also how we consult with people to help them develop effective programs. Now, the emphasis in Level 3 are 3 basic areas. The first is getting a better handle on the skills and perspective of working with large organizational context around wellness. And the specific areas of skills are how to implement wellness in large organizations. We then talk about how to integrate 3 levels of integration of your wellness efforts in any organization, but with a particular focus on large organizational contexts. Then the third skill is how to address presenteeism directly within wellness programs. So how we use and utilize metrics about presenteeism, measurement strategies, methodology, as well as intervention strategies around presenteeism types of concerns. And presenteeism is the work loss that occurs when someone brings to work either condition or a set of symptoms that are bothering them or keeping them from being as productive as they potentially could be. The fourth skill in this first challenge is how to perform a full evaluation, what's called a modular evaluation of your larger worksite wellness program. The second area of challenge we address in Level 3 is really to help you be able to assure long-term behavior change among the people that are using the wellness program you're involved with. And the specific skills that we focus on here are how to build awareness and build awareness processes as part of that AMSO construct. Then we focus on the skill of how to enhance motivation, the different strategies and ways of doing that to augment the intrinsic motivation that is sometimes in a limited number or percentage of people in a work site. It's how to get to the rest of the people that are not intrinsically motivated to wellness. The next skill that we work on in this particular challenge is how to transfer those new skills. So we look at basically methods for how to convey the new skill for the new behavior change once people are aware, motivated, and then need to have the skills to do the new behavior. And then finally, we focus on the skill of integrating opportunities to practice into wellness programs to be able to build on the use of the AMSO strategy to help cross the chasm between short-term wellness behavior that we do for a short period of time and the long-term wellness behavior, which really leads to some of those higher order types of results that we would like to achieve with our wellness efforts. The next area, the third area of challenge that we focus on in level 3 is maximizing the health and productivity management effects of our wellness program. And that includes both VOI aspects and ROI aspects. And the skills that we focus on in this particular challenge area is how to use educational interventions to target specific utilization and cost and productivity issues. Then we look at how to use plan design modifications to guide consumer behavior, patient behavior around healthcare use to make it both more effective and efficient. We then look at the skill of how to use individual interventions, particularly as a follow-up to being able to have individualized information, personalized information that individual has about their wellness and approach to wellness, their goals, desires, preferences, and then how to link that to individual interventions that are designed to maximize health and productivity management. The last of the skills we work on under this particular challenge, maximizing the health and productivity management effects of our wellness program, is how to utilize incentives. So we do a much deeper dive into best practices and kind of ideal structure of wellness incentives. So this is a summary of the areas of emphasis in level 3. They address the 3 major challenges of working with wellness in large organizational context, of assuring long-term behavior change, what we call crossing the chasm, and being able to maximize the health and productivity management effects of our programs. Now let's see some highlights from level 3 by looking at 4 slides that are contained in the level 3 slide deck. This first one comes from the incentive domain and the incentive skill. And it raises the question about the single best source of motivation for wellness and the idea that we in fact are looking at a player pay approach where we are charging people more for their health plan coverage if they are not actively engaged in wellness. And you can see the relationship, and then we go through with the kind of understanding how to set this up so that you in fact can oftentimes pay for your wellness program entirely and the incentive cost by the structure that you use, all within the regulations covered by the EEOC, the ACA, and the ADA. This next graphic is factors that affect healthcare costs, and this comes from some of the slide deck that is part of the skill that has to do with using plan design to help affect people's wellness and as well their health and productivity and the management of that in worksite settings. And we break this into the supply side factors, which are outside the individual, and you can see them listed. There are 5 of them all together. We go through what each of those are, and then we look at the issue of how those demand side factors affect our personal use of healthcare. So we look at the major determinants of healthcare utilization and cost, and then we talk about how those fit into a wellness program structure. The next slide that we want to look at for some of the highlights is a screenshot at open enrollment, and we talk about this as integrating it with open enrollment and using it as an opportunity to have a wellness criteria and then have a differential premium or a wellness bonus or a wellness reward associated with their cost of their health plan. And we talk about basically how to structure this kind of process so that if someone clicked on these, they basically then have the opportunity to have a lower cost health plan for the coming year. So this is how we structure and give examples around an ideal wellness program that does in fact include a number of wellness criteria, and then it also includes an experience where the individual can essentially claim that and then get the benefit of that in lower health plan cost. This next graphic comes from our integration skill, and it shows a management strategies for integrating wellness into work organizations, and the various major strategies are listed in these 5 areas. And the idea is that in large organizations, we generally run into siloed work activities. And these are activities that don't necessarily, in a sense, play well with others or have fairly rigid boundaries, which make it hard for us to integrate things like wellness efforts or create a wellness-oriented work culture. So this particular graphic we use to really talk through what are some of the major management strategies that can help your organization become much more wellness-oriented. The case characteristics associated with the case organization that we use in the Level 3 certification program is actually a Baby Bell. It's a communications technology and products company. It includes about 15,000 employees. It has 23 locations. They have about 458 non-US staff in 11 countries. We have a unionizing effort underway, tight financials, 14 health plans, many of them legacy health plans, and 61% male, and a critical medical director about wellness. So a little bit more challenging in terms of the case organization and how we approach it using the skills that we focus on in the Level 3 course. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of what the case characteristics are that we're using to help you apply those skills that we've talked about as meeting the challenges, those 3 major challenges associated with the Level 3 certification program. Now let's look at the Level 3 toolkit contents and see what things are built into the program at this level. First of all, Tool 3-1 is a concept paper in support of a new employee wellness program, and that's intended to be edited into your own approach toward making a more extensive case for this a more effective, more results-driven type of wellness model for your organization. Tool 3-2 is the AMSO assessment instrument. That's the 10-question instrument that allows us to go deeper in our AMSO assessment. Tool 3-3 is the characteristics of an ideal wellness incentive program. So it deals with a number of the issues like sentinel features, the basic design of the wellness program and wellness incentive, criteria structure, all of the variety of methodological issues with implementation. Tool 3-4 is a basic primer on e-learning and learning management systems. So we go deeper into that. Obviously, with a large organization, we have to rely on learning management systems to convey a lot of the content of wellness. And that this particular tool helps you get a better handle on how to use effectively a learning management system. Tool 3-5 is the results hierarchy for worksite wellness. So we go into a more extensive discussion of what are the hierarchy of results that we might look for in a wellness program, lower order, the chasm, as well as higher order. Tool 3-6 is the medical self-care skill list. So it deals with what are the skills associated with medical self-care and how do we effectively utilize those in being able to have our programs, our wellness programs, produce more in terms of health and productivity management. We then have tool 3-7, which looks deeper at the consumer health education skills that we want to impart to employees and their family members. Tool 3-8 is an injury prevention skill set. So we look more at the 4 domains of injury prevention that you can use in a wellness program and look deeper at the skills involved in this particular area. Tool 3-9 is a set of advanced directive skills. So it takes the advanced directive issue and goes deeper into what are the skills people need to be able to have an advanced directive actually have a good impact on their well-being as well as their healthcare utilization and cost. Tool 3-10 are characteristics of an ideal health plan design. So here we've moved away from the ideal wellness incentive program to look at what's an ideal health plan design look like that supports wellness and can be used to maximize health and productivity management returns and results of wellness programs. Tool 3-11 are intervention options for individuals, and Tool 3-12 are detailed description of incentive pay values. There are approximately 25 incentive pay values. This gives you a much deeper dive into what each of them does and what kind of attraction it'll have for various types of populations. Tool 3-13 is an outline of a modular program evaluation approach. So it allows you to kind of take something in a Word. All of these are available in Word documents on our website once you've completed the course. So this gives you the opportunity to use this material to develop your own evaluation. Now the venues available for this particular area, the level 3 Certified Wellness Program Director level, is first of all the live webinar series, and we have one of those coming up in July of 2018, which is 3 hours a day depending on which time zone you're in. Eastern time would be 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time would be 8 a.m. and to 11 a.m. So that's on those particular dates. It's the Wednesdays of the week. And then there's also currently an online option. You can start anytime, where the material is captured in 13 online modules. They average somewhere around 45 to 50 minutes each. And then the in-person level 3, there is one potentially scheduled for the Baltimore area for the time period of September. So that's another possibility for you. When that firms up, if you indicate your interest in that, we will send you notification of it prior to or just after it gets scheduled. So that's another in-person option for level 3. And the cost of any of these 3 venues is $8.99. We generally provide a opportunity for you to get $100 off on that, so it comes down to $7.99. If you in fact are paying for it yourself rather than your employer, or you work at a nonprofit or a governmental agency of any kind, of any level, then there is a $200 discount, which brings the price down to $6.99. So those are the venues available for the certification training. Again, the blue items are already on the website. There, you can schedule those and take them. And then the in-person should be scheduled fairly soon. Now, if you have questions about the Certified Wellness Program Director Level 3 course, please utilize any of these 3 methods. You can email customer support at support@chapmaninstitute.com, and we will then have staff get back to you on your question. Or you can call us at this particular number, 206-552-9399. Or you can also visit our website and look at the descriptions to hopefully answer any questions that you have. So I'd like to thank you for viewing this presentation, and I hope that you will consider the Level 3 course to be something that will help you in your pursuit of your career objectives and your professional development. Have a good day.